Alright, so today we're doing a rear hub assembly on a Honda Civic. So, got a new rear hub assembly. We're just going to take this off and put the other one on, because this one's worn out. Alright, so we couldn't get the rear hub off, so I stole the bolt from the back of the seat. And we're going to screw it in here. And then we're going to move it from this side to this side, this side to this side, kind of loosen it up and so we can't get it off. And that's kind of a tip if you are trying to get the hub off and you can't. Alright, so once you run the bolts in here, you know, one or two at a time, it's going to break loose. But one thing you need to do is you need to take the emergency brake off so that you can pull the drum off. Once you do that, the drum should just slide right off once you break it loose. And then now we're basically at the hub assembly. So this is the hub assembly here. We got to take that off. Alright, so not many people tell you this. The center cap here is just right on the edge. You can see right here, see how it's right on the edge? So basically, to get it off, you're going to have to wedge a screwdriver in there and just kind of beat it as you go. And you're basically going to have to go around each edge a little bit at a time. You basically have to go all the way around. Just keep moving, like start here, 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 center, 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 and then start working the edges. We'll eventually start to loosen up like that, and then we can get the center cap out. Alright, be careful when you're doing this, because as you see, like mine, I didn't blow anything off, and brake pads have asbestos in it, which is not really great to breathe in. As you can see all the crap on the ground here. So just be really careful. Alright, so now that we got the cap off, so over here, then basically right here, the thing is just kind of bent in. There's not like anything holding it in, so basically we got to bend that back so that we can spin this bolt free. So it's pretty easy, because that's kind of what locks it in place. Just stick yourself a screwdriver in there and kind of work it up, and then we're going to put the ratchet on there. We got a 32mm, basically sides on, and we're going to bust it loose. Alright. It's a pain in the butt to get out. Cool. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put the new one on, and pretty much it just slides on. You just want to make sure that there's no garbage on it. Everything is cool. Slides right in place. There we go. New wheel bearing. And what you want to do is find that little washer. Put that little washer back in place. Slide that back up in there. And then we're going to take our bolt. Put that back on. Put that back on. And we're going to tighten this down. That needs to be right about there. Alright, so once we get here, we're good to go. All we got to do now is knock back in that little edge right there so that this doesn't come off. Give it one more turn here, just to be on the safe side. And then we're going to hammer it back down now. Normally you torque this. I have my torque wrench in the car, but we're going to go with just hammering it in and tightening it up. I'll put the torque specs below if you want to use them. A lot of people don't. I just make sure it's tight. It's back where it was at. You know, I had paint here, so it tells me where it was at. That's where it was, so we tightened it down enough. It doesn't move. We'll get it hooked up and put it back together. Alright, so we're going to put the cap back on. It's a little dust cap. We're going to put that back in there. Hammer that back into place. And use a mallet here so that we don't mess it up too bad. get it back on where it needs to be. Doesn't go all the way on, we'll just use a little screwdriver. So can't bend any places that got bent up back. Make sure it's in there good. That looks great. And then we're gonna put the drum back on, clean it up a little bit, and you're good to go. And that's it. Alright, you guys take it easy. Peace.